In this video today, I am going to tell you why I think you shouldn't care about what anybody thinks of you, including me. Hello friends, Kathleen here, Chief Wealth Creator and founder of Diamond Academy. We specialize in manifestation and law of attraction for purpose-driven entrepreneurs. I want to thank you for tuning in and for subscribing. If you haven't already done so, please do that now. And don't forget to click the bell to receive all the updates of the new content that's going to be coming every single week. I don't know about you, but much of my life, I grew up thinking that other people's opinions mattered. I also believed that what someone thought about me in their own mind mattered to me. And so many times I would say, well, I don't want to do that because what will people think? Or I don't want to say that because somebody will think I'm yada yada. And so this belief that other people's opinions mattered was very, very profound for me. So much of my life, I did things to change other people's opinions. I did things to measure up. I did things to fit in. And so what I realized is that other people's opinions mattered so much to me that it impacted my behaviors. And so you might be in this place. And so the first thing that I would suggest for you to do is to ask yourself, do you want to continue to believe that? So examining this belief will help you to realize that it actually isn't important to you, your life, or your success whatsoever. So what if it didn't matter about the thought that that person has about you in their own mind? What if that had nothing to do with you and your life? Because most of the time we don't know what people are thinking anyways. And most of the time you're having thoughts about people and it doesn't influence them. It doesn't matter. They never even know about it. So why are we allowing it to have so much weight? It's because we've been told it's important. So change that belief and you literally change everything in your entire world and you start living from the inside out. My second tip on how to release the weight of other people's expectations is to think about your own self-expression. So think about how you show up every single day. Are you showing up truly, fully expressing the amazing being that you are? Or are you suppressing yourself? Are you having a thought in your mind and saying, oh, I shouldn't do that because people might think I'm crazy? Or, oh, I shouldn't start that business because my dad's gonna think it's a little out there? Or are you thinking about all the things that you want to say, the things you want to post about on social media, but you don't because you don't know whether or not people will like it? So what if you released that? You released the thought of what other people thought and you just expressed you, your true self. You just spoke from the heart. You shared your life. You shared your real expectations with the world, your real thoughts. This is what people want to see. And so many people nowadays on social media, they don't want to see perfectly curated feeds. They don't want to see everything that looks incredible all the time. They want to see real people expressing their truth, their honesty, and their integrity. And so that comes from you releasing the weights of other people's opinions and allowing yourself to just express you. One thing that I have noticed as I've been teaching manifestation is many people will keep their manifestations away from them because they're worried about the beliefs of others. They are so worried or in fear of other people's reactions to the things that they do in life. And so I think about a very pivotal moment in my journey of becoming a manifestation coach. At that time, just over 2 years ago, probably 2.5 years ago now, I started studying manifestation and it wasn't as well known as it is today. And nobody I knew was studying it. I took a course that nobody I knew had ever taken before. And I invested in myself in a way that not a lot of people I knew were doing. And so it was something that in that moment I felt like, what will people think? Will people think this is crazy? Will people think this is nuts? But because I went inside and I asked myself, what would I love? What do I resonate with? I knew teaching this material is what I wanted to do. And therefore, I chose to overcome that belief. I chose to believe that it is truth, that it is powerful, and that it is life-changing. And I chose to express myself fully, and I started teaching it. And I started teaching it to anybody who would listen to me. And people started to come on board because I was fully expressing me. I wasn't worried about what they think. So many times we do something because we want people to think well of us. And sometimes we don't do things because we fear criticism. So what are some of those things that you maybe aren't doing, or some of the things you are doing because you think people will like it? And really ask yourself, what if I just became me and just expressed whatever I feel called to express? Trust your intuition, trust your inner guidance system, and not worry about the opinions of others. It is absolute freedom. I can tell you that right now. The final thing that I will say about other people's opinions is that confidence comes from within. It comes from your inner guidance system. It comes from trusting your intuition and acting on the ideas that you have. So many times I see people want to make a decision. They want to do something different. They want to branch out. And the first thing they do is they go and ask other people, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? I see it time and time again. So I would just encourage you to go within and make a decision for yourself first. It's okay to ask somebody for advice or to seek some guidance. But I think the most important thing that you can do is be confident enough in yourself to make an independent decision, and then maybe do a little bit more research to solidify that decision. But trusting yourself is so incredibly important. It has led to these quantum leaps in my life over and over again. And it has led to an incredible amount of self-love within myself, because I don't need the recognition from others. I don't need the praise. But I'm also not impacted by the negative things that come. Other people's opinions being expressed to me, I understand that that is a reflection of themselves and not a reflection of me. So I hope that you found this video helpful on how you can release some of the weight of other people's opinions and not care about what anybody thinks. With gratitude, Kathleen.